What a bounce back season for Christian Watson. Just 9 months after having ACL surgery, he's back. He's back on the Insiders. Thanks for spending time with us, Christian. A lot of changes going on in Green Bay. How's your offseason been?
It's been real smooth. Obviously, a blessing to be able to have a normal offseason this offseason, not, rehabbing or doing anything crazy. So just, grateful to just have a smooth, normal offseason. It's been really good, though.
Obviously, you came back and played last year following the knee injury, but you've had a smooth offseason. You've had a healthy offseason. How much different does your body feel right now than it did even when you were playing at the end of last season?
Just a whole lot better, for sure. Obviously, it seems like, obviously not having done, football for 9 months and everything, it seems like, you'd be feeling, pretty good. But, obviously just the amount of work and everything that you have to put in, legs were feeling heavy, my first game back, and everything. So, definitely feeling a lot better. Obviously have gotten, able to recover the body, to a really good point. And, obviously just, just focused on, football specific stuff now throughout this offseason. And, I'm feeling really, really good.
As far as the team, Christian, because you've always had that continuity at the top with Coach LaFleur, but the changes in the wide receiver room, is this the biggest amount of change you've experienced since your arrival in Green Bay?
Yeah, it definitely is. I wouldn't say that, it's too big of a change. And it definitely, isn't, for me specifically, it having been a coach that I have, been coached by in the past, in college. But yeah, no, it's definitely, different. The wide receiver room as a whole, with the guys that have left, the coaching obviously is similar, but, the wide receiver room is definitely different. But, I think that, it'll be different in good ways as well. So I'm excited to see where our room goes this year.
What should we expect from this wide receiver group? You've obviously seen some glimpses during the offseason work. What should we be looking for when the season starts?
Just an explosive and dynamic room. I think that, obviously, we have, me and Jay Reed who have, played, a significant amount of snaps, with the Packers. Obviously I feel like, everyone knows what to expect from us. Obviously, we're going to make plays when our number is called. And then you have guys like, Matthew Golden, who are, he's coming into his second year. I don't think that we saw, a fraction of what he's capable of, last year. I think, the more opportunities he gets, the more, the world's going to know exactly who he is. So, I'm excited for that, obviously, and beyond, even MG, we have a deep room, a bunch of guys who can make plays, Bo Melton, Savion. I feel like we're gonna have a really solid group this year for sure.
And of course, another season of Jordan Love. As you guys have been able to grow and mature together, what has Jordan added to his game? Where do you think you've seen the most improvement?
Honestly, I just feel like he just finds a way to get better at the things that he's already been great at. I think that his consistency. Is, somehow finding, ways to get even better. I feel like he's always been kind of the anchor of the offense in terms of, his poise and his consistency. Since he's got the starting job, he just finds ways to continue to build on that even more. I think that his biggest strength is just bringing the guys around him along. I feel like we all just kind of, lean on his energy, lean on his vibe, and he kind of just brings, everybody else up with him. I think that's definitely his biggest strong suit. And I feel like, we've gotten a lot better in this offseason because of it.
The Packers were rolling early last season, and then obviously at the end, Micah gets hurt, it slides, it ends in a devastating way, all of those losses in a row. How much, even with time having passed, how much does that fuel the team going into next season?
It's definitely fueling us 100%. Obviously, we'd like to, move on from those things, but it's hard to move on from, the reason, behind losing those games. And then, I think it really just comes down to not being able to finish, in crucial, moments, in crucial games, just not being able to finish. So I think that, that's been a huge staple for us in terms of our mindset throughout this off season of just, consistently, finishing everything, finishing every drill, every practice, every play. We've got to be able to, build on that and carry that into this training camp. And, start the season that way so we can finish it that way. I think, finish is a big emphasis for us this year.
Well, coming back and finishing rehab, you've certainly set the path. Hopefully Tucker and Micah will be able to recover and return as well as you did. And Christian, we're also looking forward to your camp in your hometown coming up later this month. What can you tell us?
Just excited. I'm excited. This is, the first time that I'm holding a camp in Tampa. So, I'm excited to just, be able to put something on at home. Obviously I want to be involved in my community as much as I can. Obviously it hasn't, worked out in past years, just with, injuries, rehab, and, just stuff I've been doing that way. But, just excited to get involved with the community a little bit, throw something, for the kids, let the kids run around, have a good time, and, just get more involved. I think that's going to be a big part of, my life outside the field. Going forward is going to be, the impact that I can have on my community and my hometown. So I'm excited to get it done this weekend, Saturday at 10 o'clock, have 100 kids running around having a good time at Plant High School in Tampa, Florida.
Love that. And love that it's open for all ages between 6 and 12, boys and girls. Christian, thanks for giving back to the community. And thanks for spending time with us here on The Insiders. Thanks, man.
Thank you for having me.